那我们就开书啦。半月街。
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson.
We have? Where to?
To the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Ah, sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
Oh, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes, it's my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
And forget about the dinner? Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Very well. 先去警局吧。
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police.
Yeah.
Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes.
我是说这个游戏哦，不是
Chapman
别的
was
游戏。
arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
干嘛？为什么生气？我都没有生气的，你们生气什么？哎，这旁边这是什么？5个脸。这个游戏为什么有时候都会卡那个？看一下他带的什么？哦。
So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver.
那字是念什么？书吗？喂。
It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder. 2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
开了2枪。
A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt. These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting. Please escort this suspect for
哇，
interrogation.
他哥跟他差很多岁的感觉。我哥
Good
哥
evening,
哦
Mr.
也还好
Chapman.
啦。
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you
态度
everything.
转变得很快哦。你的故事。
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw 2 men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it. And then I followed the third man.
这个就是看到这种现场，真的是不敢靠近的原因呢。你马上会被当成凶手。
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man. Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket.
哇，有讲跟没讲一样，相当普通的身材
I
呢。
see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
OK， 来看一下我们他长什么样子。身伤疤，偶尔打架，街上长大，这是偶尔打架会出现的吗？有围巾，办公室职员，有死，哇，他们犯罪会被刺青欸。
We shall see you soon, young man.
我以为他可以问。那看来就是这个门了。
Locked. Locked. Locked.
他这个忽然转视角。好像很可怕哦！欢迎把声音放大一点，壮胆。你看，最好是不要有东西跑出来吓我。哦，这也比较亮。
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving. Who were the victims?
The two men here, both shot. The stat fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
What were the fireworks in honour of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course. Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, Your statements have been of great value to me.
调查尸体，石板卡在物体当中，快。
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look. This shard of wood is quite new.
拿走，直接把证物拿走。
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance. This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
"看看这位，哦，做过
A
了。
tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vercotti must have done some time there. Brian Vercotti and Leighton Chapman both have identical Westgate Prison tattoos. They were most likely acquainted. He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant. The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound. Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
的外套有点冷。
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
话别说的太早啊！大家注意
Good
保暖。
evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard
不知道
Constable
冷几点
Barrow
的，
replied that
听
you
说
as
这2
Mr.
天会很
Holmes.
冷呢。
Are you that detective gentleman?
啊，小
I've
心啊！
heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story? Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after,
他竟然听到枪声
clearly
了
heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from
他
my
肚子好像很痒，
nightstand
一直抓。
and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
我先怀疑他了。
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment. Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the half moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
怪怪的。奖章、法帽、战争、老兵，我们的老兵先生。 贫穷生活还好吧，穿的也没有很那个啊。点这里秃头，诶、哦，需要帮助。看他的手，为什么会知道？哦，他靠着墙，是不
You have
是？
helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
好吧。可是，如果有一个人很懒得站，他也会这样靠着墙啊。他怎么知道他一定是跛脚？男人嘛，都有点秃。
Howell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
好像很紧张哦。
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes, yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in
哦，
his
所以
hand.
他也没有听到枪
He
声
was。like a ghost and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see
有可
him
能这样
because
子
of the
走一
flashes
段
from the
街就
fireworks.
听不到枪声了吗？
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should
哦，
be
所以
on
是
duty
他
in the
尖叫，
vicinity.
尖叫的
He
是
had
他。
no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the
Oh.
fireworks?
只有一个人听到枪声。
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Such a young man, and already a murderer.
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
哦，真的耶。怪怪的。现在我要去哪里嘞？大家回去找他。
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
It would be my pleasure.
问他认不认识这个死者。
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know
这个
that?
推论有点太
You have a
硬了
typical
吧？
tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood
都
upon
坐过
your
牢，
hand.
不一定会
I
认识
observed
吧？
exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past.
难道坐牢也有
Am
同
I
梯
correct,
的，是
Mr.
不是？
Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you
同
lost
个
him.
地方坐牢又牵扯同一个事
And for
件
around 2
的
years,
话
I
几率
heard no
就
news
比
of
较
him at
低
all.
了。
We shall see you soon, young man.
对啊，刚刚那里有点牵强了，我觉得这个推理我不给过。等下，怎么又相似，然后怎么不是他跟他？等一下，我的论述。不认识的几率，有可能。莱顿是那个警察，就是大师。莱顿是他，那个警察是谁？没有，莱恩是那个莱顿是他。漆黑的窗户。没有枪节。哦，对。哎，我真的不太会按这个，是什么时候要按 B， 什么时候按那个，有不同的枪响。这刚刚不是有了吗？啊，又按错了。太习惯。为受害人。我到底按错几次？没有抢击。 这刚刚不是点过吗？我现在没有了。我现在在这边选，同时开枪。其实一共开了3枪，其中2枪是同时发出的。啊？不同位置，他不是也才差1步2步而已吗？哦，对，这个。哇，这么快就找到一个结局了。当中有猫腻。来，我们就去看一下有什么猫腻。
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
他们对啊，他们才插这样的路，怎么可能是说是不同位置啊？选择枪手。为什么都会有一枪射在这种奇怪的地方啊？
The bullet struck his head.
对不起。
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
第2枪比较近。哦，懂了。
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
电。
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow And me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts
Hao
coming
guai.
from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful
现在要开始
moment,
紧
to
张
tell
了，
you
是
the
不
truth,
是？
sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly. So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the
还真的
window.
蛮清楚。
The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Anything else you would like to...
This kitchen knife is quite sharp.
菜刀、清扫物、锐齿。
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
该不会你有藏
This
东西
fire is
吧？
dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
火、灰尘、纸屑，这个你都找得到。
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here. These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago. Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
哦，他听到枪响才去窗户，他又跛脚，怎么可能来得及看到？是这个意思吗？
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
拐杖断了。
Perfect match.
哎，
So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
嗯，怪怪的哦。尴尬了，你应该烧的不是纸，而是拐杖啊。
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
看一下还有什么东西没有找到。其实它是一把枪，是吗？原来是枪吗？诶，对，不是很多人都会把那个拐杖还是什么的，不枪，反正就是那个可以当成攻击的武器啦。它的窗帘也太诡异了吧！看来没有嘞。 那是谁开了2箱？我记得是这个人的旁边有。
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
我是在想要怎么选择。我想选他，但是就没有然后啦。哦，应该是这样子。不是啊。哦。
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
什么东西可以把我的这个架起来？这里有椅子。他的拐杖可以把我的灯架起来。
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
挂起来。
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
什么东西可以把我的体灯挂起来？绳子、钩子。
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr.
杆子。
This should be useful.
Oh.
Nothing interesting here.
屁啦，那也就蓝蓝的。
Nothing interesting here. This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
有3枪啊！为什么还有？哦，看一下，靠近尸体，移走某样东西，破损的拐杖，靠近尸体。咦？
It didn't happen this way.
哎呦，哎呦，上面怎么还有这么多人呢、啊？好可怕！起床衣嘛，然后啊，那起床是一，打开窗户是最后吗？跟着3、4、5，这样。哎，他起床了。我撑起来。哎，我慢慢的走。嘿嘿，走到窗户，我推开门。啊，下面有人被杀了，赶快！我来捡东西，赶快冲回去！把我的拐杖放好，没事。赶快把我刚刚拿到的东西切一切，放进纸堆，放进火堆。
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
油腻的指印，
I
油
can
腻
see。prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book.
哇，
Let
你
us
是
take a
神，
closer look.
你是鬼吧？
Well now, what a find! A precious jewel concealed inside a book. A bracelet with unique ram's head design, a distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic
他的
era.
书，那个是上课滑手机的时候都会把书挖一个洞的那种做法。我看你还有什么话好说，你说呀。
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man
对
of
啊，
advanced years, such as yourself, to rush
而
from
且
his bed
说话也
to
太
the
呛了吧
window？
像你
in
这
a
种
matter
上
of
年纪的
seconds,
人，
as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very
嗯，
quickly
你就
despite
跛
my
脚。
age, and when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something, but it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct
请
me
开
if
始
I
你的
am
表
wrong.
演。
You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad.
你没有做任何坏事，你就是偷东西呀、
Upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a
在讲
mistake
什么
by
鬼话？
lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
你去我家了，我家。羊头印记，
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
嗯，历史，羊头印记算什么分类啊？
That is not the one I need. That is not the...
哦，手镯、项链、戒指分别5个羊头。1885年。
Here it is. I need to continue my research in my archives.
……85年。 他这个福来，我刚看的福菜，我想说，哇，这么吉利啊！它叫福菜。文森特·福来拒绝认罪。
Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
当铺。有福菜吗？有吧。福菜不就是那个吗？什么？长得很像酸菜的东西。刚刚我查，它好像不是常年菜，但它长得很像常年菜，也长得很像酸菜。 这里好热闹哦！啊，我不是要去当铺吗？嗯，哪一间是当铺？很热闹的那一间吗？这间？哦，这间被很热闹吸引了。
The door is locked, but I won't try to pick it. There are people.
毕竟我身后有人。
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly.
Oh.
Crampons and a sharp ice axe would only be brought here by a mountaineer. A flare pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by a destitute sailor.
Oh, 找到了。
The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 Rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
拿走。
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
哈罗肯尼斯，我记得有一次跟我提起3件带有羊头图案的珠宝，从古希腊出产的，还在你手里对吧？很好，告诉你个好消息，我找到一个有钱的买主，布莱恩·维科蒂。啊，这里我记得还有一个耶。看来这都是要去找对话了。但是要问谁才是重点。
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh, no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
That's what.
要问谁呀？按下吸到保障或许是半月。与警官调查。
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
Understood. 哦，我一人分饰多角，是不是？肯定在这个小角落，我已经看到了。
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
肯定在这个背后，信不信？完全猜到了
Here you
啦！
are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
肯定在上面。诶？什么？我以为在上面呢。
I shouldn't look for Mr. Holmes here. He's hiding in Half Moon Street.
"在哪里？"哦，在这啊！
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
没有没有，是我很会找啦。 我们还要爬墙，找到工具。哦，啊，这不就当铺？游戏也开始，冠老板多人做也真的，我们好忙哦，一人分饰多角。我本来以为是我们要躲，结果竟然是我们要找。
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
哦，你还会爬墙哦！天哪，你这么猛是不是？
This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Oh. 能不能在2小时内破完呢？等等，可能要开发出新能力了。我什么都会做了。等一下，为什么我会跑一跑又？对。
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here? You'd
他
best
干
be
嘛一直
leaving
赶
and be
他
quick
啦？哦，
about it.
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not like you.
Oi, watch your tongue.
哦。
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can.
Catch me if you can. 干嘛干嘛？这是怎样？
The moon illuminates this wall. Anyone trying to climb it would be easily spotted by Constable Marrow. This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
开始有一堆人跑出来，有够可怕！难道真就是天眼通？哦，闪瞎我的眼！干嘛？啊啊！怎么突然 QT 起来了？这是怎样？
I can barely see anything.
哎，我有按呢。哦，连打。
Holmes? Are you there?
I should try climbing faster.
哦，那个是要连打还是要按着？我不太清楚。按着按着，连打啊。
I can barely see anything.
这个也太心酸了吧！
Are you there?
好了啦，福尔摩斯。
Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that.
真的好了啦，连插都插不进去，可以吧？
Holmes? Holmes?
那个指力肯定很惊
I
人。
cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen, I am up here, above your heads.
屁啦！
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top
哇
of this
塞，
building?
这个臂力
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be
拼
found
血
from
根本没有
Whitechapel
踩在上
Street.
面。
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
我靠！真的，那个动作猴子吧？
This is the back door of the building with the attic floor that you required, Mr. Holmes.
我怎么觉得等一下有人会冲出来了？哦，
These shards of glass are from the window above.
哦，今年
Someone
啥
broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket.
外套，寒酸的织物内线，好坏啊！
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope. We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
"真的很荒谬，刚刚那个爬墙根本就没有用到钉鞋，不要骗我。就算用钉鞋，那个动作感觉很奇怪啊，要插在哪里？
Let us take a closer look. It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human. I need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. A shaving brush is usually made from horsehair. Watson, could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Here you are.
哦，
Watson, look, what's outside the window?
然后拔他头发
I
了。
don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes!
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair.
还是白的。
Human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample. The horse hair is thinner than the hair that we found. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse.
真的是猴子
A
吗？
hair from a large and exotic animal.
马戏团演员。大侠安安，大侠你休息了，还是准备上班了？辛苦了。
My analysis table.
OK，别忙啊。那我现在去哪里？我们有新的线索了。等一下，我不要再看这个了。
I'm always
查局，去那边找有没有星星之类的人吗？不是之类的人啊，之类的动物。怎么会死？我哪有色色啊？那个是不小心看到的啦。是炸虾教我的，那个望远镜是炸虾借我的。卖 gay， 对啦，信我，信我。可是他有穿外套他不可能是动物吧？还是动物穿外套？
Look here, lad. You'd better go home and start thinking about what a fine pickle your brother's landed himself in.
Ha! But he'll be free tonight.
好，等一下回去再
'cause
给
he's
你们看。
innocent.
Don't be daft, lad. It's a closed case. It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
怎么忽然断掉了线索？
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
I suppose that I shall have to move my stool now.
“对啊，是我没有推论出来吗？看来又卡在一个地方了。先回去贝克街，给无糖看一下我们刚刚在看什么东西。无糖也想要色色，再一次。无糖想要看这个，那我们先停在这里，谢谢。我离开一下。他不给看了。 哦，没开声音。不是，看看，明明就是你们说要看的，怎么可以怪到我身上来？我是因应你们的要求。
Mr. Constable, why did you become a constable?
Why?
那女生从
Because I
早到
wanted
晚
to
都
serve
站在
Her
那里耶。
Majesty, that's why.
And what about serving the people like us?
What? Your sort are the plague of London. Be quiet now.
来了，你残害了我的幼小心灵。可是刚刚好像是无糖说想看的，我才回去特别给你看一下
We
耶。
have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has
我
proven
也
very
养眼的。
interesting so far. We found facts and details that confirm
色
your
色
brother's
色，
innocence.
可以色色。
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now, Wiggins, we need your help.
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal, a very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
那等一下不会真的把一只动物带过来吧？
I do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news in 7 seconds.
Mr. Holmes, we found it. Here it is.
原来不是哦，是大象啊！
Duval Brothers, a well-known travelling circus that is currently stopped in London. And this is a young Indian elephant, the highlight of the show. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay it a visit.
哦，这案件没有这么简单哦。哎，全部都不见了耶。
Hey, you! Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
Hmm? You're wanting to apply for... Nah. You don't look like the type of, artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
哎呦，我超会解锁的
I
哦，
don't think so. Clear off.
你要不要试试看呢？
You're a bit slow to catch on, eh? Get lost.
请问一下，这是什么表演？顶着一只大象，拿扣拿扣。
You're a bit slow to catch on, eh? Get lost. You're a bit slow to catch on, eh? Get lost.
哎，我卡住了。哦 ，OK， 原来是衣服的问题呀、那有什么问题？不过这个我目前为止也换过，目前这一套是要换第2套，所以换衣服的元素在这一代不是要求很多。面部胡须，混混的衣服，帽子。 我要来长头发了。混混的帽子是什么帽子啊？混混的帽子，这个，哦哦，农夫。混混的应该是强盗服吧？
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
Oh, thank God, Holmes. I can't get used to your disguises.
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
OK， 路上小心。哎，我爸爸。去，我们应该快破关了。
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee
Oh,
and show yourself
alright,
to
oh.
Charles Foley. And I'd highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
看来我们等一下会看到动物吗？先随便逛一下，像什么东西都没有。
So, everything is here just as you asked. And what about the money? Some of the barrels are wet. Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped. Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies. I want to be paid first. No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said. Right? I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout. Of course not. I'm a professional.
我可是专业的。
Be ready for tonight then.
Rise up.
That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting. From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people. This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day. There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls.
一间马戏团好挤哦。
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside. There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out. The crest of the Honorable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure.
哎呦，
Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it is,
我
in fact, gunpowder.
我看一下，然后直接点火，直接爆炸这样。
The barrels are roughly clustered. It seems as though they were brought here in a hurry. Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure
点火大结局，真的直接破关。
the Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
坏活人，
Stop right there. Who are you?
Are you Charles
哇，
Foley?
他的枪放在那个地方哦。
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that like
超怪的啦，我会插在那边的。
Open that.
钥匙，我看他的枪，杀人犯。哎呦，是你杀的吗？来了来了，我这不就来了吗？哎，老朋友了，这种小咖，哎，这不是小咖。嗯，看起来连上了。哎呀，各位提的问题啊，小咖啦，小咖。
I need to find out what's behind this Charles Foley. I need to find out what's behind this Charles Foley.
调查。问题是我要去哪里调查呢？
Charles Foley is inside the...
调查马戏团，对，这里一定还有东西没有找到。啊，我不是开书了吗？怎么没有后面的剧情？哦，现在才有，还要出去再进来啊。
Well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
你怎么认识我的？嗯？难道我要说实话吗？
Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago
Oh.
in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on the corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal.
哎呦，看来是慢慢走向结局咯。还好有先看望远镜，现在不能回去看了，直接走主线了。
Here I am at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures. This lock is quite old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge.
哦，真的讨厌这个。上面有线，下面也有线的。哎，这里好了，然后这样子吧。哎呦，水哦！
I need to find where the safe is hidden and lockpick it.
还有门自己关起来了。他家还有放音乐，吓死人！
This cupboard is an absolute mess. Several books have fallen from the shelves. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved. I'll give it a try. So, that's the lock I must open tonight. Let me see.
哦，又是这个啊，要求。 这样子。普通啦。
What a surprise! Another lock. And I won't be able to pick it. I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves, trap them, and find out. Let us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door.
设陷阱。
This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. This chair is very solid and well made.
应该要拿这个堵着吧？
A solid rope. This door leads to a kitchen, which holds the shortest route to the back door. This should be useful.
哦，用绳子绑着吗？
A solid. The ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police. Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
太多可以跑的地点了吧？
This should be useful. This is the perfect place to set a trap.
哦，放陷
One
阱。
step on these beads, and our thief will go flying. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined. The thieves won't attempt to escape through the front door if the police are right behind it.
I got the.
Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly.
对，现在要看怎么把窗户跟那个都，
Oh, that's a lovely old carpet.
弄住。
Oh, that.
那就是要堵住这里的门吧？对啊。
The door is now blocked. The door is now blocked. This should be useful.
绑在门把上。
That is quite a heavy cupboard. This works very well. No one will escape through this window now.
那个雕像表示，看，哦，没有压到他啦。哦，这样还是可以从这个门呢。哇，对。
There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get out. This hatch leads to a cellar.
需要道具。就自己掉，没有啦，我会跨过去。你看，我会跨啦。这边已经，为什么我不会滑倒啊？我怎么不会踩到那个柱子滑倒？想一下。
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
那这里可以滑，这里已经会滑倒了，应该又不是这里了。这里啦。
I wonder what this old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly attached. I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer.
用锤子锤保险箱也太
……Now, if anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall.
超明显，超明显，这个。
The door is now blocked. This should be useful.
地毯盖在那个上面。OK。
What a surprise! I recall.
我也是为了抓他们费尽苦心呢。
Now it's not an open hatch.
等等，我就不知道怎么跨了。
Carpet on the floor. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
会跨过去。这下可以了吧？
If he runs through the dining room,
打不开，打不开。快拿这个锤子！
will knock him down.
快跑下去！
Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
OK 啦。我希望他们走地毯那边，感觉比较好笑。
Police! Police!
我靠
Stop where you are!
Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
You sounded just like a real Bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the trap.
都没有看到他们
I did?
放陷阱的画
I assure you,
面。
Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But This man is not one of the merry men?
Huh?
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures.
是说那个地上那个人也没有完全晕过去，不把他的枪先拿走吗？哎，哦，
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Don't move, you flimflammer.
他这样感觉有没有压着啊？他应该很容易
worked perfectly.
逃走吧。
Charles Foley has been knocked down.
OK， 出门小心，注意保暖。拜拜拜拜。
One of Foley's companions. He is unconscious.
哇，这个最惨，这个直接从上面摔下来。
One of Foley's companions. He is unconscious.
哦，这个应该也很痛。不知道有没有两个都是凶手案？这个一定是对的，或者就是枪战。我是觉得就是这个答案的啦。但是因为为了想方便一点，我直接看结局，有几个。这是第6章嘛？他没有写有几个结局。 这里啊，这里还有另外一个结局。个人动机。哦，原来那个就是双重模式 ，OK， 那就没了，那应该就那应该就是这两个结局而已。福来无罪，福来有罪。怎么竟然还有这两个选项？为什么是这样子？还是怎么样？约翰奈里安。我怎么觉得他说的事情跟刚刚的事情都完全没有关系啊？是我，是我没有玩吗？怎么突然就这个是上一章的结果哎，上一章的结果为什么会在这里呀？这个是翻译错误吧？我笑死！那我要选哪个才对啊？有罪吧？
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful, you Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
什么？还要去参加聚会吗？我们已经过了这么久了，聚会早就结束了吧？哦。
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us
要打
from
架了，我
carrying
感
them
受到
out?
了。
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs, honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street, and all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the new lands, America, Australia.
开始为自己的一切做解释。
Still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No lives shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
正义将会
What
得
you
到
are
伸张。
intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people, sending them to their deaths in mines or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
该不会要给我选吧？哦，天哪！一边就是要炸掉他们嘛，可是我也应该也会死吧。一边就是放任他们的行为嘛，都试试看好了，应该可以重选了。
When the law serves only the few, it can no longer be trusted. Every man is equal, and he has a right to choose his own way. I shall not stop you.
毕竟他们做了抓的话，是他们被抓嘛，他们总是会被抓的。
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite, lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of, pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men. I should leave now. Sherlock, Dr. Watson.
Holmes, what just happened? What was that?
The start of a new world. Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait, what? A lady?
该不会是对面的那个女生吧？我想要看一下，如果另外一个会怎么样。 对面那个女生要住过来了。
Charles Foley.
那前面看过我就跳过了。
Be careful.
Could he? Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
But for the we there.
哎呀，一起死吧！
When people fight the order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
来得及跑吗？都被炸死了吧？哎，我还好好的。
So, you're in.
Well,
Here.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
but we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Anything in the post, Watson? Any...
Only a second.
对，另外一边比较好。我回去选一下，然后我离开一下。你们看个剧情。
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful. You Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
We are a group. We were. But there are. Will you let us do our duty?
跳过。啊，让他们完成，然后我们就可以结束了。
When the law serves only the few, it can no longer be trusted. Every man is equal, and he has a right to choose his own way. I shall not stop you.
咻！反正我都要放过他们嘛，坏事就让别人做吧。
So, yeah. Tell me, here.
Holmes, what just happened? What was that?
The start of a new world. Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbor.
好想知道等一下结束之后会不会有那个女生。过关啦！为什么会特别特写她？这是下一季的。她看到她老公了，虐待她的老公。考古那个。就是刚刚那个掰咖的男生，干嘛他也死了是不是？为什么要做得这么可怕？结束了。大家先看一下这个，啊，我顺便去试试。也没了是不是？就这样子是不是？我以为会很长呢。啊，没了。对语法。哎，还有。干嘛干嘛？这一段就这样子吗？没了吗？ 真的？难道要转第2圈吗？不会吧？没了吗？哎，啊？啊？还要转多久？我要看女生房客是谁呀？然后转第2圈了。啊？而且为什么变成英文版了？啊？哦，只有这个我做错了啦。啊，所以是怎么样？啊？